Hello and welcome to NHL 26. Today we're going up against the Calgary Flames. We are the Anaheim Ducks. We're also listening to Steelborn, so sit back, relax and enjoy.
Lot of bounce on both blue lines here, and we are about set to drop the puck here at center. The Flames take possession to get this one underway. The Ducks look to start the transition game. Takes a shot. Denied by the puck stopper. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. Lots of time left in this period. We've still got a series on the board. They take possession as he locks them up off the faceoff. Refs arms in the air. We got a penalty coming up. Whistle blows, stopping the play. The Ducks don't like it, but they'll serve two in the penalty box.
They're allowed to finish their check, but when your opponent's in a vulnerable or compromised position, you gotta lay up.
Slides it across. Here's a chance in front. Oh, they couldn't complete that. Slides it across to Perry. Quick shot. He scores. Highway holds him with wide.
Well, it's a game of inches, isn't it? And this time, those inches, they work in his favor. They go right into the net.
The Ducks have to be feeling good about this start here, Carol.
Yeah, I know it's not rocket science, James, but you certainly play different when you have the lead than when you don't. And you're the away team and set the tone. That's a good start.
Looks to get the puck over to Frost. Poked away to center by Nieto. Picked up without the wall by Frost.
He's really feeling the play from earlier on the show, James, and now he's wincing on his way back to the bench. He's going to need some assistance here to get off the ice.
Slides it in front.
Wolves made a great save, and even better as the redirect to the corner.
Directed over to Nieto.
Michikov's not going to be able to get away from the Blues in the chance
been the dominant team here midway through the first period, and they lead it. Tries to feed it over to Pospisil. Puck picked up in the open ice. Anaheim's got it in the neutral zone. Here's a shot. Puck brought home post.
Oh, just the net. I think he does a great job of getting to position here, James, to be able to get that shot off. He gets it out fast.
And here we go. They're going to fight, and this is the response.
Well, it's a response to the injured player, right? And anytime you're a teammate sitting on the bench or on the ice and this happens, not only worry for your teammate, but you also want some retribution. You want to respond and let the other guy know that this can't happen.
Well, a pretty spirited, some might say justified response after he took out his teammate.
Yeah, and you knew they weren't going to let anyone get pushed around on their team, and it's tough to watch someone get injured on a play, but stepping in, having the courage to do it and stand up for your teammate, I think the entire bench likes that. Therapy's earlier injury is going to keep him out of the game, James. We've just received confirmation from the staff, and this isn't good.
Not good at all. Huge blow for the team. And somebody who's just so well-liked too, right? Those intangibles that he brings on the bench as well at times like this. Don't like seeing that at all. Tear himself up body in the lane. Pass across to Tuchman. Yeah, here they go. They didn't like that one bit.
They didn't like him because it was dangerous. You can't have that in the game, James. And this fight is sort of a policing, if you will, of the game, and that's why they dropped the glove.
A pretty spirited dust-up there, and, you know, the motivation to respond, kind of like it.
Well, yeah, it's jumping in for a teammate. And listen, it's a contact sport, so things like this can happen, but it was the nature of how it happened, and certainly didn't feel that it was a clean hit, so he's stepping in for his teammate and making sure that he's sending a very clear message.
Harkins wins the face-off in the offensive zone. Takes a hit on the play, and he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Grabbed along the board by Kent. There's another for the hit parade. Sends it in on the attack. The Ducks have it now. Anaheim's got the puck at the defensive end. They've got numbers here. Scores! And the Blue Team is having themselves a party in this one tonight. I don't think anybody except them like it.
No one likes it in this building, that's for sure. I mean, fans are leaving. They pay money for this ticket. If you're on the ice, you just want to crawl out of there, but you can't. There's more games to play. This is a tough one, James.
Moves it to Zellweger. Passes it over to Gauthier. And we've got an offside and a face-off looming. Anaheim's built themselves a large lead, and there are still more than 2 periods to play here. Calgary's won it. Slides it all over to Rocco. Oh, and the anchor is dropped on that hit.
That's that.
Yeah, they're going to fight here.
There's been an edge all game and a chip on the shoulder, and it results in a player down. Anytime a player's down, you know that you're going to have your teammates back. This was going to happen either way.
Cheryl, I kind of like the response here, just coming to the aid of a fallen teammate.
Well, yeah, and it's the way that it happened, right? You know, they don't think it was a clean hit, and so now all of a sudden they want retribution. They want to let them know that they can't take action this way, and, you know, they duke it out.
Well, cooler heads finally prevailing here as both teams step inside the face-off circle. Calgary's won the draw. They take possession here in the open ice. Picking up steam in the offensive zone. Oh, look at this. Here's a blast. And he gets a puck of that to keep it out. Handles the pass. Moves it to Bean. Great basket on the right side. Big stop right there. Here's a short pass to Terry. Avoids the puck check. Oh, what a stop. First period is in the books. The next 20 minutes is on deck next here on EA Sports.
Pospisil's not going to be able to return to this game here, James. We just got updated that the injury he suffered earlier is going to keep him out.
Unfortunately, right there for them, and they'll have to push on through for the rest of this one. Pass to Frankovic. Off the top, and the puck skips away.
Mrazek's been able to watch the game for most of the night from the other end because of the offensive production, the offensive line there, James, and his entire team, and now they got to fit the bill. They got to find a way to adjust and play without him in the lineup.
They'll go back to work on their special teams.
Power play chance right here and an opportunity to redeem themselves after that shorty they gave up earlier.
And this is from the right.
Well, didn't Flamingo there, and if you want to be on a PK, you got to make sure that you get to those shooting lanes quick and fast.
And a strong effort on that play.
Cooley's helping his team with his rebound control and really keeping the puck away from the front of the net and cleaning up his ass. Well, he's up and along the wall, and there is no jib, James, and that was just a thunderous hit.
Quick feed to Bailey. The Flames have it from their own end. Stop by the goal. Dishes it off. Passes it over. They score. And a short at that.
Just love this goal, James. I mean, this is a PK, not just a PK, but a power play. They go to attack when they recognize the opportunity, and they created this chance and they put it away.
Backman's won the front seven. The Ducks pick up the puck here in the neutral zone. Throws it in. Nice connection on cross-ice pass. Moves it quickly over to Lacroix. From the point, takes a shot. Covers it up for the stoppage play.
He's not going to return to this game, James, and this is some unfortunate and sad news that the injury suffered earlier is going to keep him out.
I don't want to speculate at all, but that did not look good. Calgary's going to start with the puck in their own end. The Flames will play it in their own end. The Ducks gain possession.
Man, James, he shows incredible quickness right there as he makes one tremendous decision save. Anaheim's trying to increase their lead, and they're looking pretty comfortable right now, just dominating possession in the offensive zone. Keeping Waters right off the post. Nonetheless, they are always but either way, he is really struggling to get back to the bench.
Willison's got him into offensive territory. Foley with the stop. Takes the pass from his goaltender. Takes a hit. He goes down to the ice. Coughs up the net. Oh, and some smoke screen. Scores! 25 now on the year. He just refuses to come up clutch.
Shot mentality, James. I mean, he has got a fear, and he's not afraid to unleash it. 25 on the season, showing his pure natural goal-scoring ability.
Here's a short pass to McTavish. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. The Ducks have been putting lots of shots on net and have been rewarded for their efforts. The Flames come up in offensive zone close. Quick pass to Pahal. Puck moved over to Stankovic. Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. And that's broken up by Strome. Here's a chance. He scores! 25 now and counting on the season.
Well, we haven't seen too many downticks or upticks in his offensive production. It has been steady, and he has been so consistent this entire year.
Quick feed to Pahal. Anaheim's got a way to get him on the wall. Denied that one. Scores! Anaheim's on a joyride type of night. Everything's going their way. All the offense, all the goaltending, all the defense. There's no hits.
Dare I say they may get the day off tomorrow. James coach has to be so impressed with their performance so far. It's like they're playing a game of giveaway out there.
There's a great defensive read there. Moves around along the half wall. Just gets a piece of it and kick it out. Wow!
He's in such great position. He's able to redirect that puck to safety right to the corner.
Levels him against the wall.
Power forwards are often heavy on their skates. They're strong, they're physical, and they know how to retrieve pucks. And man, can they deliver goal-crushing hits.
Shuts him down. Offense zone. Goes and stayed out. What a save.
He was already in, James, and that athleticism and the will to get to that puck, that was on display. Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You notice some momentum changes. You see the bench erupt with that one.
The Ducks have to be feeling good about themselves here in the late stages of this second period as they continue to lead big. Going a big-time hit on the play.
Well, it's another hit. I mean, how many times is that now, James? He's gonna
The Ducks are known for their skill position players, but this is taking it to another level tonight here for the Ducks.
They're an attacker, aren't they, James? I mean, it's intensity personified. I mean, when they see the net, they see an opportunity to attack. They're taking it.
This says let's get physical in that play. Anaheim's got the puck in their own end. I don't think anybody was hanging on to the puck after that hit. There's the play into that play. The Flames take the puck through the neutral zone. Puck's into the boards. There's the horn. 40 minutes in the books. We'll get a refresh for both the players, ice. Back with the third period next. Welcome back to EA Sports. The final frame looms here as the officials set to drop the puck on period number 3. It's been a total mismatch here as we get underway for the third. Let's see if anything changes. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
The Flames are behind after 2 periods, James. It's no surprise here. They're not managing the puck. They're not transitioning. If they give it away, you can't generate any offense.
The Ducks scoop it up along the boards. Moves it quickly over to Stankovic. Over the slot. And there's the save. Dishes it to Carlson. And that's stopped by Quado. Great save.
The shots come from the middle of the ice, and he has some heat on it, but he's ready and waiting for it. He's to position, and he makes the save.
They've got some momentum here. The late penalty coming up here by the officials. There's the whistle, and here's the goal. The Ducks have been handed 2 for interference.
Well, we know the time on ice numbers are all going to the penalty killers here, James, because it has been an onset, a parade to the penalty box. They've got to find a way to play even strength. Man, has game been dangerous the charges, including his expected goals. He finally gets one. You can see that body language certainly changed. He's had the puck on his stick all game long.
The Flames get a hold of the puck in their own end. Take it along the wall by Whitecloud. They put the puck into the offensive end. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. From the four-handed breakaway. Absolutely crushing the stop.
Oh, you gotta love this stuff, James. The game within the game, and this is a one-on-one battle. And this goaltender, he knows exactly where he's at, and he wins it.
The Ducks gain possession of the defensive zone. Feeds it over. Oh, and no tackles in, and it just flies over the net.
Well, the fight for body position and the fight to get the hands on the puck, and that's exactly what happens. Just sails it over.
Avoids the puck check and maintains possession. Along the half wall with the puck. Bad save, and he made it look easy. Great job there. Calgary side still short-handed here as they slide in for the face-off. Anaheim's waiting to drop on one more. Oh, that might be a save.
Well, that is a save, James. I think the goaltender was off position in time. He's able to take it away.
And that's deflected. Moves it to Treptow.
Carlson's almost ready to get back on the ice.
Slides by the check. Anaheim's penalty killers get their man out of the box.
You know how often that this PK has been practiced together, and you know that the coach is liking this. Every time they go out here, they know exactly what they're doing. They're reading off one another, and you have that chemistry when you're playing on a PK unit.
The Ducks are in the home stretch of this one here in the third period and lead by a wide margin. Won the face-off here in the offensive zone. Takes off the covering. Dumps the puck in. The Ducks get a hold of the puck along the boards. Loses the cover play. Here's Duckstead. Oh, what a save! Who was it? Scores! He's on the board!
This is nothing new for him. It's 20th goal of the season, James. And he's got an unbelievable ability to disguise his shot. Absolutely incredible.
Anaheim's performance tonight still showing no signs of let up here in this third period.
Well, they've had such an impressive performance, James. It's been dominant in all areas.
Anaheim's been running away with this one since the beginning of the game, and no signs of slowing down in the third.
It's been a productive night, and this is one of those games that gives everyone confidence. And this is important for your lineup as everyone gets it. They feel like they're contributing.
By Foley.
It really is amazing to watch him maintain possession of this puck while his opponent is on him. I mean, they're pushing him, they're shoving, they're doing everything they can. But he's resilient. He's got a willingness to his game. He's also got power. Power, you can see it with lower speed and the balance and coordination it takes to get this puck to the net.
Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage play. The Canucks are up next according to the league schedule makers, and no love lost between these two sides. Tickets still available. Should be a good one. Here's a front pass to Bean. Big time head with some hot sauce on it.
It certainly did, James, and he was thunderous. You can see the whole bench there that took that hit. It's timely. It also generates a 3-second change. I believe there's going to be a call right there, and infraction happens.
McTavish is getting called for 2 minutes here by the officials.
Well, numerous infractions here, James, and to lose control of this game, you got to find a way to stay in rhythm. Real tough to do when your bench isn't playing. Get back to the other end. Find a way to get on your toes and attack.
He's
staring down the shutout. Minchkov's been the constant teammate tonight, and I love the selflessness of his play. Sticking up for a teammate, dropping the gloves when he had to. Of course, he knows how to dish at the right time for the apple. And then he finishes it off with the goal for the Gordie Howe hat trick. Everyone kind of celebrating right now.
Puck is dropped to the wings to Braun here in the defensive zone. And he's starting to pull now. Quick zone entry to the left. There's another hit. You get a sense that this is a game plan to go after him tonight here, Cheryl.
Well, he certainly has a bullseye or target on his back, James.
Big time stop there. He got him on that one. Anaheim's got the puck here in the open ice. Over the side set. He scores! There it is! He just turned 30 pounder.
He certainly did, and his name goes up in the upper echelon of natural goal scorers. He's shown that this entire season he's been consistent.
The Ducks have sent a clear message that they are not taking their foot off the gas in this third period, Cheryl.
Well, you can certainly tell that they bought into the game plan, and the coach is certainly ecstatic with the performance of the entire bench. I mean, look at the way they're moving and holding the puck, attacking the net at the right times. It has been a seamless effort.
Shuts him down. They're going to face off after the puck stays covered up.
Wow, James, I mean, not everyone can elicit a thunderous hit like that. I mean, he just clobbered his opponent.
Anaheim's all but got this thing wrapped up here with the third. They have capitalized on many situations. Our team's got this strike after giving up a short-handed goal. It's an opportunity the power play unit will probably soon forget.
Big question here, James, is what are you going to do next? You gave up the shorty. You got to find a way to get back in the game. What I mean by that is you have to reset, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, and get back on track.
And he sidesteps the kick there. Slides the puck to Terry. Loses his kick. He's on a breakaway. Oh, what a stop on the breakaway.
It's a one-on-one battle, and the goaltender's going to win this one here, James. Just love the way that he stands his ground, and you want to make your opponent move first. Well, guess what? He's able to make this save because of it.
Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Locked in and front. That's broken up. Puck clears the zone. Quick pass to Minchkov's. Breakaway. Scores! Talk about swing. Finish with that one.
Got to work to get to that position on the breakaway, James. And then the pressure's on. You know they don't get these opportunities all the time. I wonder what it is, and he passes it.
Backlinks. Quick stick. Lands on the puck here at center. Big hit and frees up possession. And that pass is redirected. Oh! And this one's rolled over. And the dominance between the fights continues. Another shutout here, Cheryl. Outlaws riding through the storm. Metal heart forever sworn. Crimson shadows chase the flame. Thunder calling out our names. Raise your fists into the sky. Heavy metal never dies. Outlaws of the dying sun.
Right, I'm going to end this one here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit that bell for notifications. We are back tomorrow against the Edmonton Oilers. So until then, I'll see you all again. Bye for now.